Peace to you.
Why don't you ask for a signal, like shine a little more or give us something? Just think about it like I told you, from your heart, and send the signal.
No, déjame seguir a este que ve Enrique.
There is another small one coming up there in that direction.
Hello friends, Enrique Villanueva here. Today I want to give you an advance of what I'm going to speak about in the event in Laughlin, Nevada in November 10, 11, and 12. As you know, I've been involved in the experience of contact with an alien intelligence. I had the experience since the 80s in Peru when I got involved with the group of contact, the Rama group. Since then, my perception of what the experience of contact has evolved a little bit. And I think in that evolution, I can sense how my consciousness has expanded in a way that I cannot go back to the perception I used to have in the past. I don't think the experience of contact is something that you can put inside a lab and repeat the event inside the laboratory conditions, but I think that whoever is honest enough to really search for answers can find the experience. To be in the right place at the right time to have the experience and consider yourself as a contactee is an anomaly, I think. I don't believe in contactees, in chosen ones. I believe in people that is opening their hearts and minds to experience the unknown. And in that search, many times you're going to find yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time and living the wrong experience. And as you go through those many different disappointments, eventually you will get to the experience where you really receive and you are at the right moment in time in order to get what you were expecting. That's my experience. That's what happened to me. And that's the invitation I give to people. We are not going to do this experience of contact in the conditions of a lab, a laboratory. I take them to the mountains, to the deserts, and we together as a group, we experience the sightings, the apparition of these spaceships, these lights in the sky, and sometimes the telepathic exchange with that foreign intelligence. Now, in 1990, as I was part of the group, the Rama group, one afternoon during a meditation, I felt like something was calling me, like I had to go up the roof of my house and look at the sky. So finishing my meditation, I ran up. As I went up, I looked at the sky. It was clear and there was nothing there. I thought maybe I made a mistake. In the past, when I have that feeling, that calling, normally I have a sighting, but this time there was nothing there. I remember I still have the feeling in my chest, so I thought maybe I should continue the meditation right here at the roof of my house. And then I closed my eyes, and at that moment something really strange happened. It was like an explosion of light inside of my head, and what I sensed was that I was being blinded by the light I was sensing inside of my head. And in the middle of that blur of white light, suddenly I saw a golden symbol that was actually this one right here. The peculiarity of this event is that it was not just a picture, a geometric figure, but it came with a meaning. I immediately sensed what was the meaning behind this figure. So immediately I knew that the triangle represents the human being or the living person or the living entity, and the circle represents the perfection of the source. If this is the source, we are coming from the source and manifesting in this level of the material conditions right here. but at the same time we need a balance between three different levels in order to go back to the source: the physical, the mental, and the spiritual, if you want to see it that way. The symbol together represents self-realization or expansion of consciousness, and it represents, as I was receiving this, the idea of a man in a fourth dimension of consciousness. In the group, in the Rama group, the group of contact, these aliens signal that moment when humankind will enter this space, as they call it, the fourth dimension, as a moment when we expand consciousness collectively. And now they were showing me this symbol. That was all I received that afternoon. I remember I went back to the group and went to the archives of automatic writing. They have these files since 1974. So I was looking for this symbol because in Rama normally they receive information many times through these symbolic figures. So I was searching and I couldn't find this symbol in particular. So I thought maybe this is new. Maybe this is something that didn't exist in Rama before. And so as I draw it, I start searching. And through the years, I found this symbol in many traditions from the past. If you notice the Egyptian Ankh, this is a hieroglyphic that represents eternal life. It's also the putting together of Osiris and Isis, the female and the male together. Okay, if you notice in the walls, in the pyramids, in the temples in Egypt, you can see this symbol associated with a hand that is holding a triangle, just in the same way I'm doing it with the triangle right here. So when you have that, that is giving, and this is giving eternal life. Okay, that's what it means. And now you think this has no correlation, they are not similar, but they are. If you see it as a separation of male and female, or source and creation, it is actually the same symbol, only the way I draw it is different. If you notice, the Ankh looks really close to this symbol of the Greek alphabet. This is the initial letter, alpha, and this is the last letter, omega. So now, as we have alpha and omega together, we have the beginning and the end, and we have also the same symbolic representation, the beginning and the end. Definitely it has to be with time, with eternal life, and with the fourth dimension. Now let's go to Aura Mazda in, I think it's Zoroastrian tradition. You can see this character, the God, the only God, who is inside this circle, and also the lower part of his body represents this triangle. And the wings that maybe represent the higher realm, the spiritual side of reality, and of course it has a big correlation with all the other symbols. So think about that. This thing that I received in 1990 was actually all over the place, and I could show you many other pictorial representations of the same symbol in many other traditions. So why is this so important? What does it have to do with time? And why are we supposed to know about time in order to enter what these beings call the fourth dimension of consciousness? At this point, I honestly think that we are living in a reality that is simulated, that the time we are experiencing is actually a bubble that is not the real time. And I think as we expand our consciousness, we can even transcend this artificial time we are living in. And I want to share with you all the findings through this year, since 1990 to 2017 now, all the things I comprehend that really expand my consciousness, and I'm telling you, I cannot go back to the perception I used to have. Even thinking about the contact with these beings have changed its meaning. It's not anymore about contact with extraterrestrials, not even with time travelers. This goes beyond. I think the real disclosure is happening at the level of consciousness, and if we expect the government to do that, well, it's better that it happens first in your mind. It's better that you comprehend deeply what it means for you to be in contact with an alien intelligence, and what is it that they can give you that is going to help you to go through this experience of awakening, collectively awakening. So I'm inviting you to go to Laughlin, Nevada, because we're going to have this great event with my friend Paola Harris. She's organizing this event, and we are going to be there with Regina Meredith, Sixto Paz, who is the one that started the movement of Rama in Peru. We're going to be there with Dr. Jaime Hurtak and his wife Desiree. Clifford Stone is going to be there, and many other very interesting people that are ready to share with you this information. I think we're going to find probably a line of thought that we all share, and I expect you to be there, because I think there is no accident in this. All the information that is going to get together for you at that moment on the 11/11 of 2017 has a very, very deep meaning at the level of the collective consciousness. So I invite you to get there, and Paola told me that there is a special price if you buy it before June 1st. I think you have until the 31st of May to get your pass to this event for a lower price. So I hope you do that and prepare for this event, because I promise you, from my part, I'm going to share with you everything I know about the experience of contact and how to open up to the experience of discovering yourself through the exchange with that alien intelligence. Thank you for listening to this video today, and hope to see you really, really soon. Bye bye.
¿No se van a cruzar, viejo? ¿Se van a cruzar?
If you tell me that one is a satellite, what is the other?
Yeah. Wow, es súper luminoso.
Yeah, they just crossed up there. It's three actually, what we have on top.